Idea, of course, of the Platinum Jubilee, extraordinary celebration, never achieved by a monarch before. The Queen celebrating her birthday yesterday, and of course, events now planned. Just what 6 weeks to go. I'm sorry, at the start of June. But what is the reaction around the rest of the world? Let's go to the US. Samantha Markle is, of course, former actress and model and half-sister of the Duchess of Sussex. Joins me now. We're getting quite excited this side of the water. What about the US, Samantha? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, well, cheers. Thank you so much for having me.
Not at all. Is there a level of excitement yet about this, or will it need to get closer to the time, Samantha?
Well, it is exciting, but it's exciting that we are looking at, one of the most celebrated heads of state and, of course, female monarch, in history. 70 years, my goodness, and what an icon. She's seen so much and been such an integral part of so much change throughout her life. And so, it's incredible. And of course, her 96th birthday, how beautiful. And yet, from this side of the pond, also somewhat bittersweet, based on everything that has transpired with the family and socially in the last couple of years. But nonetheless remarkable. And my God, if anyone can handle it with grace, dignity, and inspiration, it is certainly Her Royal Majesty.
But she will have been tested, Samantha, because we're 6 or so weeks out from the event, and she still doesn't know whether one of her grandchildren, the Duke of Sussex, and his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, still doesn't know if they can attend. What do you make of that?
Well, of course, being on this side of the pond, we're not privy to her real feelings, as we can only assume that everything that's happened has been somewhat hurtful. But, I think all things being said, whether or not they can attend.
You're watching Royal Sussex Squad, where we celebrate the truth and call out the hypocrisy. Today we're breaking down yet another bitter, resentful rant against our faves, Prince Harry and Meghan, by none other than Samantha Markle, the half-sister who just won't quit. Grab your tea because we're about to spill all the facts and expose the nonsense. And of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button and support. So let's get into it. Recently, Samantha Markle appeared on a talk show, once again using her sister's name for attention. Now, we all know by now that Samantha has built an entire career off of trashing Meghan. She's practically a professional hater at this point. But this time she had the audacity to suggest that Meghan and Harry are responsible for their own mistreatment. Seriously? Samantha went on and on about how the Queen was supposedly hurt by Harry and Meghan's departure, as if she has some kind of inside access to the royal family. But let's be real. This is the same institution that showed little regard for Harry's well-being, ignored Meghan's struggles, and refused to protect them from relentless media attacks. If the Queen was truly upset, maybe she should have done something about the toxic environment that drove Harry and Meghan away in the first place. And then, of course, Samantha tried to push the tired narrative that Harry abandoned his duties and the British people. Excuse me? Last we checked, Harry served his country for 10 years in the military, risking his life in Afghanistan, and has dedicated himself to causes like Invictus and mental health awareness. What exactly has Samantha done besides run her mouth? But here's where the hypocrisy really hits the roof. Samantha had the nerve to accuse Meghan of lying, deceit and defamation. This coming from a woman who has been caught spreading misinformation countless times. Let's not forget that she literally tried to sue Meghan for defamation over statements that weren't even about her. Samantha has been caught fabricating stories, twisting facts, and even reportedly photoshopping tweets to fuel her vendetta. If anyone needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror, it's her. And then she played the "Where are the children" card. This ridiculous conspiracy theory about Archie and Lilibet's existence has been pushed by Meghan's haters for years. Let's be clear, Harry and Meghan owe no one access to their children. They are private citizens now, and if they choose to protect their kids from the same media circus that tormented Harry's mother, that is 100% their right. The entitlement these people have is astounding. And here's the cherry on top. Samantha had the nerve to dismiss the racism Meghan faced. She actually claimed that the criticism Meghan endured had nothing to do with race. This is the same Meghan who was compared to a monkey by a BBC broadcaster, called Straight Outta Compton by tabloids, and constantly scrutinised in ways that Kate Middleton never was. But according to Samantha, that was just PR. No, Samantha, it was reality. And you, just like the British media, are determined to rewrite history to fit your bitter narrative. Samantha Markle's obsession with Meghan is nothing short of disturbing. Let's take a moment to dissect how she has managed to monetize hatred, building an entire persona around her estranged half-sister. From the moment Meghan's relationship with Prince Harry became public, Samantha saw an opportunity. She rushed to give exclusive interviews, spewing bitterness and false narratives, positioning herself as the insider who knew the real Meghan. But here's the truth. Samantha and Meghan were never close. In fact, Meghan has barely mentioned her, and for good reason. Yet, despite having little to no personal connection with Meghan in adulthood, Samantha took it upon herself to write a book about her, a book filled with fabrications and attacks, all designed to paint Meghan as the villain. She has repeatedly aligned herself with Meghan's harshest critics, including Piers Morgan and Dan Wootton, two media figures who have made careers out of tearing down Meghan. But the question remains, if Meghan is so irrelevant and insignificant, why is Samantha still talking about her nearly 7 years after Meghan joined the royal family? Samantha's lawsuits and desperate media tours prove one thing. Without Meghan's name, she has no platform. And that is why she will continue to resurface with outrageous claims, hoping to remain in the headlines, even if it means spreading misinformation and hate. It's a pitiful existence, really. One of the most frustrating aspects of this entire saga is how the British media and Meghan's detractors continuously twist the narrative to make it seem as though Harry and Meghan are the ones at fault for everything. Samantha's latest rant is just another example of this ridiculous hypocrisy. For years, the royal family and its supporters have pushed the idea that Harry turned his back on the monarchy. But let's get one thing straight. Harry and Meghan didn't leave the royal family. They were forced out. They made it clear from the beginning that they wanted to continue serving in a reduced capacity, just like other royals who have private jobs but still contribute to the monarchy. It was the palace that denied them that opportunity. Instead of working with them, they were cut off financially, stripped of security, and left to fend for themselves in a hostile media environment. Yet when Prince Andrew, a man accused of serious crimes, was given royal protection and even welcomed back into royal gatherings, the same critics stayed silent. So we have to ask, what was Harry and Meghan's real crime? Was it speaking their truth? Was it refusing to be controlled? Was it Meghan daring to exist as a successful, independent black woman in a space that never wanted her? Samantha and her allies can cry about Harry and Meghan all they want, but the truth remains. The Sussexes are thriving because they broke free. They are using their voices for good while their detractors continue to embarrass themselves, clinging to bitterness. So there you have it. Another day, another pathetic attempt by Samantha Markle to stay relevant at Meghan's expense. But we're not falling for it. Harry and Meghan are thriving, building their own legacy and doing good in the world, while their haters are stuck in the past, seething with jealousy. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a super thanks to support Royal Sussex Squad. Let's keep lifting up Harry and Meghan and exposing the hypocrisy. Until next time, stay bold, stay loud, and stay Sussex strong.